Hey guys, Torsar the Barbarian here with another sports talk video. I wanted to make this video today because there was something bothering me. Started trending yesterday. I saw Stephen A on Twitter was having to defend his Kyrie for Ben Simmons trade thing again, saying that the only reason he thinks it isn't happening, he's not saying that they were putting it out there. He's saying that the only reason that they're not putting him out there is because his boy KD is saving him. Alright, so ESPN came out with this rankings list. This is why it got rehashed. That says he's the 20th best player in the NBA this year. I don't think he's the 20th best player, and you know what? It doesn't have anything to do with his skill on the basketball court. The guy's a very skilled player. There's not many people I'd pay to watch over Kyrie, but that doesn't mean he's a professional basketball player. That means he's a great baller. Alright? So, there were people commenting on the Twitter thread that were saying you're goofy if you think this is a good trade. No GM in the league would make this trade. Let me tell you right now, all 30 GMs in the National Basketball Association would make that trade within 5 seconds if KD wasn't a factor. Okay? So you're going to tell me you're going to keep an over-redundant position. You already have James Harden. What do you need Kyrie Irving for? James Harden's better than Kyrie Irving doing the same thing. And you need someone exactly like Ben Simmons. That could be your mega Draymond. Now, he doesn't have the leadership capabilities of Draymond, but you don't need him for that. That's what you have KD and Harden for. All right? The Nets would be fine. Think about that Nets team. Really? I mean, with Ben Simmons instead of Kyrie Irving, you're going to tell me that's not a better team. Considering what has Kyrie Irving done outside that 1 year with LeBron James? And I asked this question on the thread, knowing it was kind of an unfair question because it's like picking a fight with a man with no arms. Because you have nothing. Outside of that 1 year, you have nothing. Now let me get this straight. First thing, I'm not attacking Kyrie Irving as a human being, okay? I think he's obnoxious in his press conferences. I think he's aloof. I think he's a crappy teammate. But I think the reason why he gets away with it is because his teammates know he's a good guy. They know better than we do. And I've heard stuff from other sources about charity work he does and him helping people, which, you know, if you talk to a lot of religious people, that's the only true way to do charity is to do it unannounced. Okay? But that being aside, that's why I'm not taking a personal attack against him. It doesn't matter if I don't like him in his press conferences, all right? All right? He's a virtue signaler. He thinks he knows more than other people do when he really doesn't, all right? He's one of those guys who's like smart enough to know he's smarter than a lot of other people, but not smart enough to know how smart he isn't, or how not smart he isn't, if that any of that makes sense, all right? There's just something about him that just rubs me the wrong way, and if I was the only one, I'd probably like just admit it and say, I just don't like Kyrie Irving. But no, there's a lot of people who feel that way, okay? So that was my question. I put that question on the thread on Twitter, where Stephen A was having to defend himself, and I said, name me one thing that Kyrie Irving has done outside of that one championship year with LeBron. Name me one meaningful accomplishment. And I should have clarified that and said one meaningful accomplishment, aka what has he done in the playoffs? I had this one guy coming back at me with he won Rookie of the Year. He was the All-Star Game MVP. Then the guy was talking about how, like, narratives get created that guys can't shake and this and that. It's like, well, who do you think voted him for the, who do you think creates those narratives? The media. Who do you think voted him Rookie of the Year? The media. And then he was talking about how I would dismiss those same people who voted him the MVP. Well, what are we talking about? We're talking about the All-Star Game MVP. He said he added the Celtics the #1 seed in the regular season. You get where I'm going? All he had was post or regular season accolades. This is why I posed the question and why I said it was like picking on a guy with no arms, because I knew no one had anything. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. He's done nothing in his career. In fact, you could say he's made teams worse. That Celtics team, when he got injured for the postseason, they went 7 games with LeBron in the Eastern Conference Championships. They almost played in the NBA Finals without Kyrie. The next year, when he finally was healthy to play, out of there early. Cleveland, before Braun got there, you want to give him a pass for the first year, maybe even the second year? You know? Because Cleveland had a garbage roster? That's fine. Third year, if you're that great, you should at least be challenging for the 8th seed, at least in the East. And they weren't. They were the worst team in the NBA with Kyrie Irving. All right, and this is the games played in his career. This is out of an 82-game schedule. Rookie year, 51. Next year, 59. 71. 4th year in the league. First year LeBron got there, 75. Hey, you almost made it that year, guy. 53. 72. 60. 67. 20. 54. And a lot of those, like I said, that happened at the end of the year when they were relying on him. Postseason run, he wasn't there. Made the Celtics worse. You could say the Nets played better without him. He went down when he got to the Nets. They played better, kind of like that Clippers team. They had that same vibe that the Clippers did a few years ago before the Claw and PG got there. You know, how they just had that scrappy team of all a bunch of B-tier guys who just came together. That's kind of how the Nets were. And then Kyrie gets there, and they weren't as good. Look at his record without LeBron. You know, what has the guy done? He hasn't done anything in his career. Now, if you want to say he's the 20th best player because he's so skilled, all right, that's I guess that's a pretty big gamble to take. You want to take that gamble? Who wants? Look at those games played. Who wants that on their team? I don't want him on my team. He's a great baller, but he's unprofessional. He is not a professional NBA basketball player. And the only reason he gets away with it is because secretly, off the cuff, he is a good guy. You wouldn't know it from his media, the way he treats the media, you know. And then people talk about, oh, narratives get created. Well, narratives get created off stuff that we see with our eyeballs. It's not being unfair. And if you just sit there and come back at me with a bunch of opinions and then say, you got no facts, you should have seen this guy's tweet. He was telling me I got no facts. Well, you know what? I didn't have to have any facts. All I had to do was ask a question. Name me one thing Kyrie has done outside of that 1 year with LeBron. And don't come at me with regular season awards, regular season accomplishments that are totally meaningless. The All-Star Game MVP? Are you kidding me, guy? You know? And it's like, dude, you are putting the fan in fanatical, filled with an excessive and single-minded zeal. And I made concessions. I said he's a great baller. I said I can't name 5 guys I'd rather pay to see more. You know, pay to watch play more. I mean, but is he going to be healthy? Is he going to play? Is he going to be at a town council meeting while his team's on the court? I mean, is the guy even going to be there? Is he going to decide he has to go off and save someone on the other side of the planet all of a sudden while the Nets are in the finals? And this is the thing. I hope I'm wrong this year. I want to see full strength Brooklyn Nets versus the full strength LA Lakers. Let's get it over with. KD versus Bron. Everyone healthy. No excuses, including Kyrie Irving. I hope I'm wrong, but that's like hoping you're going to be wrong about, you know, things turning around in this country or something like that, you know? It's like every year, oh, I hope it gets better. Worse. Hope it gets better. Worse. Kyrie Irving, I hope he's there for the play. Oh, injured again. Injured again. Injured again. Oh, he missed a week just because he felt like it. Oh, you know, all these things going on in the world, it's so awful, but it just seems to weigh so much more heavily on Kyrie Irving. Oh, dude, because he's just so self-aware. I'm sorry, but I think if Kyrie Irving knew some of the things I know, all right, I think that, you know what, he might realize that there's things that weigh heavily on other people too, Kyrie. Some of us don't have to go in front of the media and virtue signal about it. That's the difference, okay? Now, like I said, this isn't a personal attack. I'm sure Kyrie Irving's a great guy. He's just not a professional basketball player. All right? Not to say he doesn't have the skill. He's one of the most skilled guys in the NBA. But the best ability is availability. He's not available. And like I said, I'll pose this question to anyone watching the video. Name me one single thing Kyrie Irving has done that's noteworthy in an NBA postseason outside of that 1 year with LeBron. All right? And this one guy even said, oh, he hit that clutch shot in the playoffs to beat the Warriors. That was that year. I said outside of that 1 year with LeBron. That was that year. It doesn't count. It's like these guys have nothing. They're just reaching, because there's nothing there. I'm sorry. If you're a fan, if you like the guy, you know what? Then I honestly feel bad for you because you're going to be relying on someone who's not going to be there at the end of the year. I hope I'm wrong because I want to see that finals matchup. But until then, let me know what you guys think. Drop a like, drop a dislike. I don't care. Drop a sub if you want to see more content like this. Let me know what you think in the comments. Till then, I'll see you in the next video. Alright guys, bye.